The Fronton can do you a big mass in your head and in your body. There's right, there's left, there's able. The wave has a lot of power. You can do every maneuver that you can imagine to compete with all the pro bodybuilders in Frontton. It's the dream of all the Canadian people.
I'm in the Canary Islands, 2011, title race contender, coming up to the final days here at the Frontton Pro for the 2011 World Tour. For me, it kind of feels like I've had a pretty good year. Two really good results for the first and second, but then otherwise a kind of a mediocre middle part of the year. And now it feels like I've really got to pour everything into this event, like way more than all the other events past. So it really feels like I've got to have a huge, big bang at this last event to be able to make it a good year, a year to remember. Come to Canaries especially, which is like a really strong bodyboard nation to start with, and coming here as a bodyboarder, you're just so welcomed, and just a lot of excitement for bodyboarding here in this country.
I think this is like the Hawaii of bodyboarding, you know, like generally in Hawaii, like the surfers run that place, and here it's the bodyboarders. People on Canaries, they're pretty feisty, they're super competitive, they're nice at heart for sure. Like on land they're the nicest people, and in water they're just so passionate about it. They're riding, and you can tell, like I came here 10 years ago and the level was good, but now it's like extremely high and up there with everyone.
Is one of the most extreme bodyboarding destinations in the world. The locals are just unbelievable. I mean, you got this talent oozing out of every pore of the locals. The waves are super heavy and super amazing for bodyboarding. Yeah, Fronton's a really extreme wave. It moves faster than almost any other wave I've surfed in the entire planet, and I've surfed a lot of waves, but it comes in so fast off this deep water shelf, and it just sucks off the reef just so quick. It's not like Chopa where it just it'll roll in and suck up underneath you. It just kind of violently throws out at Fronton, like just hits the ledge and just abruptly just shoots out. And so you got to be committed so hard, and you got to be paddling so hard to be getting down that face before it throws out, and to get into that pit. I mean, the best waves you can get out there is if you get it's probably the gnarliest deepest, heaviest pit ever and just comes flying out with a big flip. That would be probably the best thing you could do, I think, out in Fronton, especially if it's like 10 foot. But you know, you can also hit a huge, you know, air reverse out of the bowl. That's going to be huge, and air forwards and 720 attempts could be going down, and like this could be new moves out there. We don't know what's going to happen in these waves. What everyone's going to be willing to do to win is something we haven't seen this yet. So I mean, everyone's putting themselves on the line for this title.
This last part of the year, like the last 3 months, were pretty good. Yeah, after a very slow start, I won Puerto Rico, so that gave me a lot of confidence for this contest here in Canaries, and let's see.
Yeah, there's 3 of us that can win the title, being myself, Pierre and Hub. And basically Hub can't get past the 5th place, or that'll eliminate my chances of being a title contender. And Pierre can't make the final if I'm in the final, or that's another situation where I can't win. So basically I have to win, and the maths has to play out so that those guys don't reach the result that they need to be able to knock me out of the race.
Think Jeff has to lose and I need to be 3rd, and if I win, Jeff can't make the final.
It's been intense, yeah. I started off with a dream at Pipeline, and winning out there has, you know, put me in a position to win the world title, and so I've been just going for it the whole year, and it's, you know, it's pretty intense. It's an intense process, and just, you know, the last 2 or 3 days of the whole tour, and it's been a year, you know, 8-month process for me, 10 months of this.
I can't do much to beat Jeff. Like I could only meet Jeff in the final, and if we meet, it's over in the final. So I have to hope his part of the draw will beat him. And well, anyway, I'm gonna try to win this contest, and that will be a good start anyway.
I know I can do it, and I know I want to do it so badly. It's unbelievable how bad I want this. Yeah.
As soon as I start thinking about it, my heart rate goes up, and it's just full on. It's hectic. Just thinking about it. Every time I think about it, you know, I daydream about a heat, and then I daydream about a win, and you start going on to the speech you're going to do. It's just too much. I just have to stop myself from thinking about it, and save that raised heart rate and that energy for when the moment comes. Yeah, it's pretty intense. the most crucial move of the whole event was when Jace Finlay did it, pulled out an air reverse in the last 10 seconds out of the bowl.
That heat with Jeff, I think Jeff's probably the ultimate competitor. He's just so good in competitions, and I never imagined that I'd be up against him. It was pretty neck and neck the whole heat. Not huge scores, but like enough. I think I was ahead until the final 2 minutes, and then I knew he was going to get one more. He got the points he needed, and he jumped in front. So there was like a minute left, and for the first time in the comp, I was frantic and I was scrambling around for a wave. A nice wedgie one came, and it was only small, but I knew it had like that west bowl in it, and yeah, it did a nice little reverse and landed and tried to milk a roll. And when I came off and I heard the scores and I heard all the boys screaming up top, it was probably the first time I've ever really thought, man, I want to compete a lot more. This feeling's just incredible. And I felt bad for Jeff because I knew how much he wanted that world title, but yeah, I was really stoked with how it turned out. Yeah, it was a great heat.
I remember watching that heat with a lot of stress. Me and Hardy were watching it, and we were like, well, we were kind of hoping Jace win, even if Jeff deserves to win the world title, but we have to think about ourselves too. And well, Jace was just ripping. He doesn't compete at all, and he's just really smart.
The heat that Ryan had got through with his 10-point ride, so many people were just rooting for him to get that world title, and I was exactly the same. And so for him to just be on fire on that heat and to ride the wave that he did and do this big ARS backflip out of a barrel that we weren't even sure was going to make, I think that stuck in everyone's mind, like, holy shit, he can do it. And everyone was just so stoked for him to get there.
That was a 10-point ride for Ryan Horton. Yes, first 10 of the event so far.
Yeah, so I had an amazing start for this event, winning for my first 3 heats, getting a 10-pointer. Just every heat I had a lot of luck with good waves coming to me, and that's definitely, and I was also, you know, I felt like I had to surf the waves good, and I was pulling my moves, and yeah, I definitely felt like I had the form that I'm going to need to be able to win this event. So hopefully I can just keep that rolling, and yeah, that's all I can do physically, is just hope that I can keep the form of that first day, and then hope that everything else falls into place.
Somebody else's dream, and watch the day see. 'Cause I don't think we're going too far.
Counting down. Wow.
It is over.
Yeah,
Ryan Hardy cannot win the world title. He has just heard the buzzer. He's up on the knee. He would be a devastated man.
So I ended up 3rd overall. It seems like that each time I become a contender and not pull it off, it's like the knife goes in a little bit deeper. It enrages me just a little bit more, so I think yeah, inevitably I'm going to be even more fired up next year, which is a good thing. It gives me more energy and more drive, and yeah, basically I don't think that'll stop unless I'm physically cut down. So I'm totally psyched for 2012.
My goodness, you are in for a treat. Today it is massive out there.
In that first heat together, and you know, I was just thinking, what are we gonna surf here? You know, like he was sort of looking hungrier, and I was like, oh my god, what's he going to take off on? Like, and what am I going to take off on? So, you know, I got a smaller one in the channel. It was absolutely nothing. I turned around, and he was paddling into this absolute bomb.
Dal and I were kind of the guinea pigs for the day, I guess. No one knew how much we were going to get into it because it was the first heat of the day. And I had the few warm-ups, and then this one came in, and it looked like a really perfect right. And on any other day it probably would have been, but it's like a 20-second period, so much water was sucking out, and I thought I had enough time to get to the bottom, and halfway through it, it just all jacked up and heaved, and I had to try and get out of there.
Look at this, Jason Findlay putting his, I can't believe it, the first massive wipeout of the day goes to Jason Findlay. And everybody on the beach is just cheering for this guy, Jason Findlay, the Australian, going big. Oh my.
You know, it's mayhem. It was actually so heavy. Like the whole reef was just surging across. The line of swell was pushing back into the reef. There was just so much stuff going on. And he's fallen top to bottom into this thing, so you know, yeah, Jace definitely got the heaviest wave that I've seen.
And it ended up just rolling me good and proper, but just too much adrenaline was pumping. I wanted more. Yeah.
People are just going to get absolutely, they're going to be going for it, so they're going to be getting smashed, and they're going to know that the reef's pretty close by. It's entertaining. Like, it's incredible. I love it.
It'd have to be from the final day, because that was when the waves were at their biggest and heaviest, and that, I think, demands the most ability and the most bravado out of a rider. And for me, it was Mitch's big drop in his semi-final. It takes a lot of balls to take on a wave that big at Fronton, and to be able to get under it and not free fall too hard and come out of the free fall with some speed takes, yeah, like I say, a lot of balls, a lot of ability. And he rode that incredibly, so that was probably the highlight wave for me. Really charged it.
It was just the heaviest thing ever. It looked like a ridiculously crazy West Oz bombing, and he just got into it perfectly, and it just exploded. That was impressive to watch. That was crazy.
Probably Mitch showed the best all-round ability. He had some really good moves on the smaller days, some good tube riding, and then just charged like an animal on that last day, and that's a complete rider right there. Someone that can go out on the big day, just take off under the ledge on some of the biggest waves, and still be able to pull off some of the most stylish and technical stuff on the smaller days. So I think he was the standout rider of the event.
There's a sparrow call. I give it all the scraps I have to give when it's cold. grab our warm, float downstream along the banks where we came before. There my life so perfectly still, canoe boats are free from the tethers they shadow, simple life I see.
It all comes down to this for the world title. Heat number 4, quarterfinals. It will be Pierre-Louis Costa in the red jersey, the French phenom, going against the South African Jared Houston. Ladies and gentlemen, the world title race has now come to this. PLC must beat Jared Houston to become the new 2011 IBA World Champion. If he loses to Jared Houston, it will be Jeff Hubbard who will walk away as the world champion on the 2011 Grand Slam Series. It is PLC, ladies and gentlemen, your 2011 IBA Grand Slam Series World Champion in the red jersey. He is the champion.
Yeah, Pierre was unstoppable, and you could tell he was, I don't know, if you're in that position where you had to win a world title, you'd way rather it be on your own terms than, someone else having to do that. And it would have been a hard feeling for Jeff to watch it, it would have been sick. I felt sick watching it.
In the end, PLC was crowned world champ, having both Hub and myself knocked out before the semi-finals. And yeah, he got an amazing 9-point barrel in his semis, which I'm sure would have felt incredible for him. And it was just a really good seal of victory for him to take it out in style. And looking at the guy's ability and the late charge he took in this year's tour, of course he's deserved. And I'm happy for him. And he's definitely a great champion and an inspiration for a lot of us.
It is Jason Finlay versus Mitch Rollins here at the NMD Pride Stealth Fronton Pro. guy right here, Jason Finlay, the winner of the 2011 NMD Pride Stealth Fronton Pro.